What are we doing
Uh,
here?
so we're gonna listen to our new epic album, the
Oh,
self-titled Deliriously Serious album.
all 50 minutes of it, like the whole thing in its
The
entirety?
yes, in its entirety, in all its glory. We're just gonna press play, listen through the whole thing, let everyone check it out. It's being released today, May 12th, a day for the books, in the tomes of history. This day will go down in history, indeed.
All right. Well, then I'm looking forward to this. By the way, my name is Dan,
I'm Luke.
and we are.
Deliriously serious, serious, serious.
That was our epic intro. It definitely needs some work if we're ever gonna continue podcasting.
Yeah, hopefully this is the only one you'll have to endure for the time being.
Well, we'll see how it goes. So
Yeah,
go easy on
yeah.
us. We're just kind of having
Should
fun
be
here.
should be fun. All
Um,
right.
all right. So let's just jump into it. Um, since this will be about an hour long video of us just sitting here. Are we ready?
We're ready.
One, two, three. All right. First song on the album.
The intro song.
Ooh,
Ooh.
original. Very deep name there. Song. Not to be confused with our other song called intro song.
So this one is like a
We didn't have a name.
conglomeration. Yeah.
We didn't even have a name for the album, so we just called it
Yeah.
whatever. What is this a conglomeration of?
So an older song we wrote called "Sirius is Back Again." It was the first one of the first songs we started working on virtually when Dan had moved to Sweden and we started making music together again.
Around
Um,
2013, 14?
I
Oh,
think
it was
15. I
later.
was yeah, 2015. I was living in Oregon at that point, and
Times are a changing. This
Yeah.
is the
And then me, these were
moment.
originally rap lyrics, right?
yeah, I used to rap
No
times over change.
time to prepare.
We slowed them down, stretched it out. Shout out to Dan's dad playing bass on this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He was playing a little. That's kind of. I was just like tired of trying to nail the bass part, and I just gave the bass to my dad, and he did it in like 5 seconds. I was like, all right, that works.
Started in Crucis.
Take it worldwide, got no excuses. Tillamook, Forest, Scandinavian
Yeah, so 2015, I basically you sent me an idea for a song, or I think I sent you something as well. Um,
Yeah, you sent me a few different ideas and we had worked on them. And finally, you're like, your sound quality is awful, Luke. I'm buying you a microphone. And so that's how I got this one right here.
it was like my first job. I had all this money. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna send him a microphone and an interface that
And
you're
it,
using today.
yeah, that's how we got started. Again,
There's also a collab on that beginning song that we forgot to mention.
oh yeah, we have Ian on playing some crazy psychedelic backwards guitar, and my friend Nick Bukia, who lives in Portland, who played some like crazy piano at the very beginning. So yeah,
Awesome. Shout out to
going.
those dudes.
Yeah. All right, going blind. This is another collab.
Like most of our songs, but
Yeah.
I wrote this song as a very deep and introspective look into how social media is blinding us to the realities of um, you know,
I think your eyesight was starting to turn too, right?
Yeah, and it's still turning for the worse. And I have yet to go and get glasses. I actually put on I actually put on this friend of mine's glasses the other day. This guy Ben, who's actually also a collab on one of our songs.
Ooh, the next song, right?
The next song, and I put on his sunglasses or on his regular glasses, and we're walking around town, and I was like, I can see the leaves, man. I can see the details on the leaves. So I think I'm missing out on what the world looks like at the moment. So I need to get that figured out. Anyways, this is a collab with a couple people, most specifically Laura Rickenbacker, who is...
You can hear her voice.
Yeah, you can hear her voice right now. A colleague of mine was just like, hey, you have a neighbor that's a musician. So I checked out her music and hit her up, and we just basically started writing music together, and we wrote this song together. She wrote this entire section right here. And I think her style of singing, her style of songwriting really complemented our style. It's quirky and weird and great. It's just great. And she's got this kind of Brit pop influence, since she actually studied and played music in I want to say London, but definitely England. Sorry, Laura, you can correct me later. where it was that you studied.
And
this is kind of one of the first big things that CJ did as well, right? Or
I think so. Well, we made a version with it with like the virtual horns to start out with, and then we gave it to him later on, and he replaced that flute sample with the cool recorder part you hear right here, and then played like all sorts of crazy saxophone stuff all over it. And you'll hear CJ through this whole album. He's done a lot of work with us, and really talented young horn player.
Producer. Extraordinaire.
Producer. Yeah, extraordinaire. All sorts of good stuff.
He's essentially a member of the band.
At this point, yeah.
I think there's maybe one or I think there's only 2 songs that he's not featured on.
Yeah. He did a bunch of mastering stuff for the album. Tons of different horn arrangements, trumpet, saxophone.
And Laura, we've also done another project with her, and then Luke's done some songwriting with Laura as well. Didn't y'all write a Christmas song together?
Started on it.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that Christmas song was released.
Yeah, I don't know that I worked with her on a few different things.
Ongoing collaborative relationship.
Yeah.
We'll get to hear a remix of this song later.
Ooh, yeah. Remixed by yours truly.
Pretty typical.
Oh, yeah.
We have
Yeah.
Almost a remix of every one of our songs.
Yeah, it's been one of the cool things about working virtually is there's a lot of opportunity for like digital expansion, doing
We
new
can
versions.
talk a little bit more about how we work virtually
Oh yeah,
here in a little while.
for sure.
Have time.
All right.
A road runner, what you running from? Kicking up dust in the morning sun. So what's
Road
the
runner.
rush? The day has just begun. Won't you tell me the
This one has a music video.
Yeah. Dan did an awesome job editing that. Ooh, Chris.
Christopher Smith Escarcega that you're hearing singing right now. The second project that we've worked on with Chris. He is based in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Met Chris through mutual friends. They were in a really, really cool ukulele band called Bourbon Legend.
Yeah, they played at our wedding. You missed it because you were in Sweden, but
Good, I had no idea that they played at your wedding.
yeah, it was super fun.
It's on your wedding.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, but
Oh, what's 10 years? Yeah, no, I wasn't there. Was that in Las Cruces? History, you know?
yeah. Shot that choco. So I actually wrote this song when I was living in Oregon and thinking about moving back to New Mexico. And just thinking of the Roadrunner as being like, you know, why are you always running away? So sort of transformed into a gunfighter ballad, but you know, I think it's definitely true to our New Mexican roots.
Yeah, and we were also really serious about making sure that the entire video was filmed in New Mexico, and it
is.
It is, and actually, during 2 different time periods, I was there for Christmas, and in the summer following. So you kind of see New Mexico in 2 different seasons, really, in the video, summer and winter. Kind of looks the same. It's gonna be a little near in the summer.
Yeah, it's New Mexico for you.
And then, of course, the other, you know, big collaborator on this is this is a big collaboration project. So
yeah.
Ian obviously is in the video. Ian, a good friend of ours from Las Cruces that we met at Cruces High School and did slam poetry with all through college. He is based in Albuquerque, and he's still a great guitar player, singer, releases his own music now. And the other collab is with my friend Ben that I was just telling you about, the guy whose glasses I tried on. He's playing bass. He recorded bass.
Yeah, and then you got CJ on trumpet.
And CJ on trumpet, of course. And I think that's it. I would say probably one of the biggest collabs, no? The most involved. The video available on YouTube. Go check it out. Oh man, brings back memories.
I know, man.
Early on.
Yeah, this is a little song I wrote walking my kids during their nap time when they were like little babies.
Guy used to singing. The old friend of mine, his name's Stefan. I worked with him. He asked me to sing a little bit on one of his band's projects, and you know, naturally I asked him to sing on one of our projects, and this is the result. A nice little ditty. But that's the only collab on this one. Just us and Stefan. Good summer vibe coming up for this summer, for sure. So how did we we can talk a little bit about how we started working digitally.
Yeah. So
People ask me a lot of the time, how do you guys make music if you don't live together? Well, live in the same place.
yeah, so
Live together at one point, actually.
we did, but that the music we make now is much better than the music we made then.
What are you talking about? Where it all started, man. There's a cassette tape somewhere out there in the world. Like down a lamp.
Indeed. Yeah. So yeah, typically
Don't let the rain clouds get you down. You know the rain makes the clouds
We,
grow up from the ground.
Google
So when
Drive.
that rain comes
Normally when people ask me how we make music together, I just say Google Drive.
Google Drive. Yeah, so we both have our own like little studio setups, and one of us will have an idea for a song and usually send like a really rough kind of demo version of it. And then that's where the magic starts. And if I send Dan a song, he'll kind of get it all set up in Logic, the audio station he uses, and then we'll start adding different parts. We'll have collaborators come in, add some, if we need horns, I'll do some production, drums, some guitar, that kind of stuff. Dan will record some bass, or we'll have someone, add some vocals, and a lot of times more lyrics will be written along the way to extend the song.
A lot of back and forth. A lot of
back and forth, and sending versions, adding new parts, and eventually it just gets to a part where it kind of like everything gels together. And sometimes it's a really quick process, thinking of something about like Roadrunner. Sometimes it's a really long process, like this next song. No, this one went super fast. Never mind. Make sure I get the album in the right order. Ooh, this one's our hit of all time with the kiddos.
One of the most popular ones. Mixed meter.
Yeah, it's like in.
But 15. Also, just to add on, what was it? What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Like 15, 16 or some crazy signature like that. But Egg still grooves.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So basically I was saying, when it comes to all the early digital kind of work that we did, going back and forth and collaborating, just Luke and I, that was really like the kind of beginning of my learning how to mix music, learning how to really use a DAW, digital audio workstation, and learning how to record, and learning about nicer microphones and all that kind of stuff. So I would say that, this journey of making music with Deliriously Serious has contributed a lot just to both of our knowledge about how to do.
Oh, definitely. If you just listen to it for a second and hear how clear and like perfectly mixed everything sounds.
Yeah.
That's not how it used to sound.
I don't know if we're there yet.
No, I don't know.
The perfectionist, which is true.
So CJ mixed this and he did a great job though. I'm really happy with this mix. I think it bumps. This is a fun song. It really, I think, does a nice job of like bringing together like the acoustic elements as well as like the digital elements of like our style, and in a really fun, silly way, Yeah,
for the longest time we always really were like, this song sounds like Delirious. We always kind of had this idea of what our style was. We don't use that verbiage so much anymore, like, oh, this is such a Delirious song.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one of them.
Remember the name.
A lot of that comes from just that really simple guitar riff, acoustic kind of,
Yeah.
simple but defining kind of guitar licks that Luke plays.
Yeah. How we started.
Yeah.
Acoustic rock.
Yeah, we were just a two-man acoustic band playing small, not very, very small shows, and mostly in our bedrooms, just jamming out, or in the living room.
at co-op rocks, and the university. We played a little bit at the university or house parties.
Co-op rocks. There are only certain people out there that will know what co-op rocks was. But I don't know. Was that the very first co-op rocks? I think it was. It was. I know that they had it. If we'll have to ask. If you're from Las Cruces and familiar with co-op rocks, let us know. When the very first co-op rocks. Trivia. Okay. What do we have to say about this?
So this is the song that we've ever worked on the longest. It wins the award for the most pain in the ass song we've ever worked on before. But it turned out so good.
This is probably 7 or 8 years in the works. Mainly because it got put on the back burner so much. Because we got tired of working on it.
Ready to burn.
Very rarely satisfied with what we did, but that voice, shout out, that is my brother.
Sit down. Deliciousness of
That's my brother. The whole thing was that we needed
we couldn't write a chorus for this song, so we needed something else to fill up that space.
We did. I wrote a couple choruses.
I wrote a couple choruses too, and but it's all good. We got Victor to fill that space, and he nailed it. But I'm not. I'm talking.
You're gonna hear obviously CJ's the last in the whole horn section there. You will hear a voice that is actually one of my old students here in Sweden when she was about 15. So we really just want she has this great soulful sound to her voice, and we really just wanted something for a different song, actually. I said, here's the recording, take it home, see what you think. And she came back and she recorded 4 or 5 takes, and we used it in a couple different songs. So that's some what do you say? Other generational collabs as well. Multi-generational.
I know. Got your dad on here. We got Lava on here. We got my kids on there a little later. Big family process.
We got Ian's kid is in one of our music videos. This really has always been one of my favorite songs, though. It's always been
such a good groove, yeah.
In the true Delirious style, if we're to say that now.
Right. So this one's called the episode after the next, because we used to do like Dre's next episode at the end of like one of our songs back in the day, and
kind of inspired from that, huh?
Kind of inspired from that, yeah. Because the episode after the next one is the best one.
And there we have released parts of this song in the Rabbitat circuitry concerts, live stream concerts that we've been a part of with Rabbitat Records, our record label.
Shout out.
Thanks
for releasing all our music.
Yeah. And they have some exciting news. I don't know if you've seen it, but Nick.
Oh yeah, they're getting married.
They are getting married. Our record label is getting married. Congrats, guys.
Super cool.
There's lava. Maybe I'll throw in some clips from the video.
Ooh, long walk.
Right. Kind of a long song too. Just a warning. This is another one of my songs. I think it's Going Blind in this song that are mine on the album. Also a song that took a very, very long time.
Very long. Yeah.
But that's mainly because it was mostly in my ballpark to finish that one, and I'm really, really happy with the way it came out since it went through a lot of stages.
Yeah, definitely.
No CG on this one, unfortunately. No collabs.
Just Dan and Luke. Yeah. Dan wrote the song and sent it out to me, and I did some production stuff on it. And I wrote a rap verse for it, so you'll hear that here in a little bit. That was like kind of right along in the same vein as what he was writing along, and so yeah, few versions through this one, but turned out really good. Yeah,
a combination of a lot of Logic stock instruments as well. I used as many of the tools that just Logic kind of provides, its factory version, and really nice. And guitar amps and Logic. I think Luke redid some of the drums though.
I think I did drums.
But I think you also did the drums based off of some of the Logic samples that I had sent you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this one was like a cool collaboration because Dan did do a lot of production on it, and kind of sent some stuff back and forth to me to add to. But yeah, it's got these eerie synths, and then like that cool little guitar riff that Dan actually plays the guitar on this one.
My guitar debut, I thought Luke was like, take that guitar part out, and I was like, it's my moment to shine, brother. Luckily, you weren't talking about that guitar part.
I was talking about a different one, but
quite sad that day. And my guitar part made it.
Made the cut
on the album.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but take a little break talking about the music and talk about the fact that we have merch. We have shirts. These are
shout out to Will.
Designs made by our good friend Will. In the new line of merch that's coming out with the new album, we will also have some new items like a coffee mug.
Ooh, for that special someone loves their coffee and loves their DS, you can
here's like a sticker. You can just kind of imagine
combining your two favorite things in the whole world, coffee and music.
But yeah,
so
shirts, different. I think there's even hoodies. Is there hoodies? Bags.
There's hoodies, bags, shirts. There's kids' shirts now. All sorts of cool stuff. So, got stuff for the whole family.
All right. Oh, here comes Luke's rap verse. This is a mixing nightmare for some reason. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
I think
you can't tell.
A lot of vocals.
Yeah.
Into the. Well.
So
came out pretty good though.
No, I think it turned out great. It was cool mix of a bunch of different stuff coming together here. Grooving on the gurney. I love that lyric. It's how I feel about my life sometimes.
Every day.
Every day.
this is the first time anyone's hearing this song. No, this has never been released anywhere else. So pretty happy about that.
Yeah, we got a few newbies on here, which I think is really cool for people.
A lot of our music has been released on like SoundCloud and
On like SoundCloud and in like more what would you say, immature versions, less mixed, cheesy like electronic horns and stuff like that. But there's some, yeah, I'm really happy with the clarity that this album brought. You know, I think we put in a lot of work to really refine the sound, and it comes through for sure.
Yeah, and definitely thanks to CJ who helped us.
Oh yeah,
hugely with that process. Massive.
Yeah,
and mixing some stuff as well. All right, that was Long Walk. Epic. We're about past the halfway point now.
Yeah.
This is one of our very first full songs.
Yeah, this is like probably one of the oldest ones that we've of the new versions. Yeah.
The original of this is still up on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And it's fun to sometimes listen to the
it sounds
journey it's been on.
Well, yeah, it sounds so much better now, but yeah, still got that raw energy, you know. So yeah, this
tell us about it, Luke.
This song is about growing up. We used to be small, now we're all gigantic. And you know, I was just like at a phase of my life and looking at like how far I'd come, and you know, all my friends, and like how far we come and how cool that was. And so it's just about like celebrating growing up.
And this one also has music video.
Ooh yeah, our very first full-length music video.
Filmed in New Mexico and filmed in Sweden. And Luke's chickens. One chicken.
Oh yeah, my chickens are featured.
How are you?
Very heavily.
By the way.
Good. They're happy. Yeah.
Ian was saying he wanted to get some chickens.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to him about it. Yeah.
Let him know.
They're super easy.
How chicken life is.
Super easy. They're kind of gross, but other than that, it's good. You get to eat eggs, and they're super easy. See him up in heaven, and I'll go fishing again.
One of my favorite memories of this song was, so I work as a music teacher, and we had this song idea for Gigantic, and I had this idea to record the kids just singing this like repeating yeah or hey or whatever it was. Starts so here you can hear all the kids kind of like talking, mumbling, and I just kind of recorded them in the classroom, and then I cued them. They're all talking. So it's like, just talk really loud with each other, you know, just make noise. And then we all sing together. Hey, it was a very simple idea, but it was just such a blast to do, and then actually throw it into our song, and came out really cool, I thought. More of that multi-generational content. In the music video, some of the locations, like an old castle on an island in Sweden, the beach in Sweden, forest in Sweden, central Sweden,
and then really just basically my house in New Mexico.
Yard. I was like, can you go like, I don't know, walk around in a mountain, something? No, it's fine. Came up really great. It's a feel good jam.
Yeah, good feel good jam.
All right, here's another new one.
Brand new, never been seen the light of day. So
Never sent across the sound wave.
yeah.
Also went through many versions.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Yeah.
old, but it's not like episode old. It's not long.
So yeah. So this song I actually wrote in like April of 2020, right after the pandemic, when I was driving across the United States from Oregon back to New Mexico.
When the
And
pandemic forced you back to your homeland.
back to my homeland of New Mexico, and like looking out, driving through Idaho and Utah, and like the scenery there. And yeah, I was like obsessed with Tash Sultana because I had just discovered them, and that I just was like playing the chords to Jungle over and over in my head, and I wrote this song to that, and I sent it to Dan and he said, you can't do that. It sounds exactly like Jungle.
There was just a big lawsuit about this, you know. And
So I changed the chords up, and there we go.
here we go. Now we won't be taken to court by Tash Sultana's estate in 50 years when this song blows up. But yeah, we can talk a little bit about so as messed up as COVID was in the pandemic for us, it was like, you know, this is what we've been doing. We have been making music digitally for the past however many years. Let's capitalize on that. And during COVID, we released our first music video. We released our first EP on Spotify. We signed with Rabbitat Records. We did live stream videos. So that was really like the catalyst for us. And just kind of going beyond SoundCloud, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were already collaborating, you know, we had projects going, but we had never really taken that next step into like really pushing our music. And that's what we did during COVID pretty much.
Yeah. And I think it shows. I think we came a long way in those couple of years just in refining our sound and making stuff that I feel like really proud of. Not that I've just like love because I made it and I want to listen to it, which is still important, but like that I feel good about other people listening to, you know?
This is a collaboration with CJ, of course, Ian. Did the guitar solo already come up? Love that guitar solo.
Yeah.
It already happened? Dang
It
it.
did. You missed it. Talked right through it. Ian nailed it though.
Sorry, Ian. And the funny thing about that guitar solo is that I would send it and be like, Ian, the song's done. Listen, it sounds amazing. He'd just be like, guitar solo's off. What? You mean it's off? I send it back to him. How about now? Yeah, still off. What? So and I feel like there was one point when he's like, oh, it's correct. Or he was just like, I'm tired of like trying to fix this guitar solo. He told me that it was correct. So right before the album was done, I sent it to him again. How's it sound now? It's still off, man. So he recorded it very, very, you know, he knew exactly where it was supposed to be and how he wanted it. And we finally got it. He's like, nailed it. So go back and listen to that guitar solo, you know, in heartbeat. It's
Oh, okay. So this little section right here, I actually heard in a dream. So I had this dream that I was at a Fat Freddy's Drop concert. That they were playing in this huge greenhouse at some festival, and they were playing this. Every little thing is resonated with the good vibration. And I woke up and I remembered this, and I was like, whoa, that song is so cool. I've got to make it. So I kept it in my head for, you know, a couple of years, and then I wrote this song, and I was like,
I'm learning new things here. I did not know this story.
yeah, divine inspiration.
Luke's dream music.
You can hear my my baby girl singing on this one.
Oh, let's listen to that.
Every little thing is resonating with the good vibration.
Great voice.
Heck yeah. And that was how many years ago? Probably.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. Yeah.
Better than us now.
Oh yeah, she's a yeah.
That one sometimes brings a little tear to my eye.
I know. And you can hear my boy in the back singing too. Daddy, daddy, can you get me a snack?
I'm the dog. I'm the dog.
Ooh, there he is again.
If you like this song, you should get that T-shirt right there.
Yeah, awesome artwork on this one.
Strangely enough, this is like one of our least streamed songs on Spotify. I don't know what the deal is. Probably just we promoted it poorly. There is a loop video that we made. I don't think that the loop video is not exactly like the this one, but it's a great song. It's an early song as well.
It's an early song, yeah. One of our earlier ones. But it was cool. Just like wrote these crazy verses to this weird little chord progression and threw some crazy drums over it. Originally named Reese's.
I actually bought some Reese's the other day.
Man, they're so good. My kids got some for like I don't know, Easter or Halloween or something, man.
It's like one of the candies that you can always find. That's like an American candy and or chocolate, whatever you call it. It's
like chocolate and peanut butter, man.
They never disappoint.
Yeah.
So might as well have a song about it, even though the song's not really.
Life's your peanut butter cup.
Yeah, I guess.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Is that like the actual slogan?
Yeah, there's no wrong way, and there would be like have like holes drilled out of them
that we're gonna have to deal with in 50 years when the song blows up.
I don't know. Hopefully we get that successful one day. The people are suing us. I sure hope so. Being one of our least streamed songs, we probably don't have to worry about it, but.
So, if you like the song, go stream it on Spotify. We would love to see the little green up arrow at the same time. Whatever. Which has kind of been like our kind of.
Oh, I love this part.
Oh.
Give me just a second, okay?
Bye. We've always been quite not caring so much whether or not our music is reaching the masses. A few people listen to it and they like it. Why not? It's good for us. Love the good stuff. Uh-oh. Now I'm here all by myself, apparently. So we'll see if Luke returns. Right, we are starting to get closer to the end of this album. And now, with the first remix on the album, this is a remix of my song Going Blind.
If you look beyond the sunset, you'll see there's a place. See if you can touch it.
Right. You left me, sir. You left me all by myself.
I'm back.
The awkwardness. The unbearable. Let's go back and look.
All right. Sorry, my computer died.
Bro, how do you no, never mind. Never mind.
All right.
Let's record.
Where we at?
We are let's see here. We are about 1 minute and 10 seconds into Beyond.
All right.
Sunset.
I'm right on, but bro, I'm there.
1
Man,
minute,
this one
20 seconds.
is a beast. Remember when I first sent this remix to you?
Yeah, I was just like, whoa, fucking amazing. And
I had that.
it sounded really good. That was like what I liked. I was like, this sounds crisp.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it wasn't actually a collab with CJ. It was just some of
it was just some samples from sounds. Yeah.
I
So
think
yeah,
I think in the future albums, we should definitely display
more dubstep.
More electronic at least, because you're good at producing this kind of stuff. So
Yeah, this is fun. This is like really like the only like kind of full on stuff that comes out. But yeah, do a lot of it. It's fun.
there's some stuff to listen to on SoundCloud where we've done some electronic
Yeah, for sure.
stuff. But I'm glad some of it made it on the album.
Yeah.
We have a lyric video for it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Check it
link.
out. Yeah. And so this was like a cool collaboration process just between me and Dan too, because I just like remixed like Going Blind as like a reggae / dubstep sort of like remix. And then he came back and wrote all these like new lyrics and re-recorded all the vocals and everything for it. And we kind of rearranged it. And so it's not even just a remix. It's sort of like its own entity. So, which is why it's titled Beyond the Sunset.
Did you all that? Did that have some? Is there some kind of? Yeah, it's like a reimagination.
Yeah, reprise, something like that.
Yeah, I guess call it a reprise. All right. We are nearing the end. So before we get to the end, I think we should just like thank everybody that has worked on this album with us. It's like for us, we are really like just closing off a huge chapter of our music making. And all the people involved, it's just been, what made it so fun, honestly.
Yeah. It's like all of the awesome musicians who played on this stuff, singers, everything. It's really come to fruition in a beautiful way. Super happy about this collection.
And huge shout out to Rabbitat. I know that we were originally thinking like, let's just release this album ourselves, so that we can really call it our own. But the relationship that we've had with our friends at Rabbitat Records we're just like, no, we're just going to continue this thing, and they've made it such a great experience for us, and the stuff with the merch and the way they promote us, it's awesome. So thanks, guys. Thanks
Rabbitat. Yeah, you guys have like really helped to make us a little more serious, less delirious.
All right, that's the voice of Melissa Pate, Missy Pate, an old friend of mine that I've known since I was in first grade in Las Cruces. Sounds amazing. And Luke actually, this outro and the outro and the intro of this album, for me, it almost felt like a little, like Luke sent it to me one day and it was like, wow, I had not heard it. He didn't tell me that he was working on it. And it just kind of cemented the whole, it really, as they say, it really brought the album together.
Yeah. I felt like if we were gonna like make a proper album, we needed like a intro outro. I used to listen to a bunch of like crazy progressive rock stuff jazz fusion, all this kind of stuff back in the day. And like I love like concept albums of all kinds, like the hip hop concept albums, rock stuff, like whatever. And I feel like, in order to really have something that's cohesive, having a proper intro, proper outro to kind of like guide you in and then leave you sort of like feeling good about what you just experienced. That's really what I was going for our album, and so I'm hoping that came through here.
Yeah.
And I love like tempura, droney India stuff too, so had to throw that in with the gong.
All right. Well, that was it.
Yeah.
We'll listen through the album with Dan and Luke. So, you can stream this album now on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. Follow us anywhere. Check out our YouTube channel. Buy some merch. Thanks to all our collaborators.
Yeah.
Thanks to Rabbitat Records, and congratulations, Rabbitat Records, Nick and Alex, on your engagement as well. Very exciting.
Yeah. Hope y'all enjoy the album. Keep streaming, and we hope to have some new music for you soon.
That closes this chapter, y'all. Peace out.